my side, this is the prescription. Where to invest? See, when you buy a company share, you have two methods or modes with which you can earn profit, with which you can earn. If you buy the shares of a particular company, you receive the share of the profits of that company in the form of dividend. That is your first source of income when you invest in a particular company's share. Second source of income is the price appreciation which you get in your company's share price. Suppose I bought a company share at rupees 100 and the price of that share moves up to 120. So my earning will be rupees 20 in the form of capital appreciation, in the form of price appreciation. So let me go back to my example. Suppose I got a dividend of rupees 5 from the company as the annual share of profit in the form of dividend. And suppose the price has grown up from 100 to 120. So 20 is the price appreciation. So my total earning by investing in the company share is 25. 5 in the form of dividend, that is the share of profit, and 20 in the form of price appreciation. I have intentionally given this example, which is showing you, and which is a reality also, that the major earning by investing in the business of any company in the form of shares is not through dividend, but it is through the price appreciation which you get. So as a shareholder of the company, I am more interested to see the price appreciation. I am more interested to earn in the form of price appreciation. Dividend by default comes to me, but it is not the major source of earning to me. So now if I know that the price appreciation is the key, how to get it? So price appreciation is dependent on the value created by the company, which is commonly known as value creation. The value which a company creates increases the share price, increases the price of the company's share. So what we mean by value creation? Value creation, you must have read in your MBA second semester one term called as EVA, that is economic value addition. Yes, I am talking about that only. To recall for you, EVA was what? Total revenue generated by the company in a particular year minus the total cost done or incurred by the company in that particular year. The difference which is left is the value which the company has created in a particular year. That is known as value creation. The higher the value creation or the EVA done by the company, the higher the stock price appreciates in the share market or the stock market, and higher is your income. So I should invest in the companies which gives me the higher EVA. Now, how I should identify that which of the companies will be giving me the higher EVAs? So this is my prescription. This is the flow chart which will help you to understand. I have made these 3 blocks first. You can see these are the 3 blocks which I have mentioned here first. So this is the first parameter. Step number 1. You should find the sector which is profitable in nature. Don't search for a company first. Search for a sector first. For example, let me go back to the company case which we are using since long, and that is Reliance Industries Limited. When I chose this company, I chose which of the sectors are going to work in this economy now, in this new situation. This I was thinking since last 6 to 8 months. When first time the government of India declared the concept of digital India, when there was demonetization in the economy, when the GST was implemented in the economy, I knew that more of the businesses will be formalized now. They will become the part of organized sector. But India is a very big country where the organized sector cannot participate or cannot be responsible for the growth of the nation. So the unorganized sector should not be overlooked. So I understood that the bridge between the organized and unorganized sector, to fill up this bridge, there should be something, and that will be the data. That will be the digital mode. That will be the aggregator form of businesses. Most of the businesses, what they do, Amazon, they don't produce anything. They just aggregate the buyers and sellers, and then they sell the products. The same model is happening in all the industry. OYO is the best example for that, for the hotel industry. Make My Trip, Yatra.com is the best example to get all the airlines and the railway connectivity on one platform. So they all are aggregators. They are not running trains. They are not running planes. So to bridge the gap between the unorganized and organized sector, you need few aggregators. And those aggregators will be working on the data. So digital is the business for the country. And we knew that the size of the Indian population is so huge that consumerism is the key. When I use the term consumerism, I am talking about the daily consumables by the households of India. So retail, that is the second business which I foresee that it's going to flourish. So I thought the sector is of digital India, and I thought the sector should be all those which are dependent on the size of the population. So my first step was to understand the sector. Second was I have to find out all the companies who are working in this sector and having a high operating profit. So all the companies which are working in these two sectors and earning a high operating profit was on my benchmark then. And I saw few of those companies here. But I have to choose if one company out of that. I went to the third step of mine, which is called as high ROE. Believe me, what I am telling you is something very important. Believe me, this is the Guru Mantra which I am giving you to find out the right fundamental companies to invest in. So the first thing what I did was to find out the profitable sector. Then I listed few of the companies where there is high operating profits in that particular company. Operating profit means what? I hope you all must have read this in your ratio analysis chapter. Operating profit is the profit which you generate from producing or trading through your sales. एक प्रोडक्ट 3 रुपए में बनाया या खरीदा और 4 रुपए में बेचा, 1 रुपया इज योर ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट. जहां पर ये ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट ज्यादा होता है वो कंपनीज बेहतर परफॉर्म करती हैं. That means where the difference between the sales and the cost of sales is high, that is known as operating profit. So I have listed few of the companies who are having high operating profits, but I have to invest in one company. So then what I saw, and that is very important, it is listen carefully. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि वो सारी कंपनीज जिनका ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट हाई है वो सब अच्छी ही होंगी. वो सारी कंपनीज जिनका ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट हाई है, लेकिन उस कंपनी में अगर डेट बहुत ज्यादा है, इफ यू हैव मोर ऑफ डेट इन दैट कंपनी, तो वो कंपनी भी बैड कंपनी है, चाहे उसमें हायर ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट ही क्यों ना हो. द रीजन इज दैट वॉट एवर दे आर अर्निंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्रॉफिट, दे आर पेइंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. तो कमाई तो बची ही नहीं. जो आपने कमाया वो आपने ब्याज में दे दिया, तो आपके शेयर होल्डर्स को तो कुछ नहीं मिला. तो मुझे कैसे पता लगेगा कि कौन सी कंपनी बेहतर, जिसमें हाई आरओई हो, रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी, यानी ऐसी कंपनीज जिसमें इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर की कमाई ज्यादा हो, वो मेरे लिए बेहतर. तो जरूरी नहीं है कि कंपनी का हाई ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट हो वो बेहतर, हाई आरओई बेहतर. बिकॉज इफ द ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट इज हाई एंड डेट इज लो, I am going to get a high ROE, which is the form of dividend and which is in the form of value creation and which is called as EVA. वो कंपनी मेरे लिए बेहतर होगी इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए, एंड आई चोज रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज ऑन दैट बिकॉज as far as debt is concerned, they promised that they are going to be a debt-free company in coming 1.5 years, and they did that. They have already done that. So now there is no debt in Reliance Industries Limited, and the profit margin is very high. So if profit margin is very high, it is going to result in high ROE because the debt has gone down. Believe me, the same kind of strategy has been declared by one of the companies few days back. I was listening to the CEO of Tata Motors, and Tata Motors is planning to become debt free in next 1 year. So you see, now it has become a trend in the Indian economy that most of the companies are planning to become debt free first. When they become debt free, high ROE will come. When they become debt free, the banking and the NBFC sector will also get benefit because they will get their money back with interest, and that's going to increase their operating profit and high ROE there. So these type of companies will give you this kind of stock appreciation. And that's how I earn by investing in this business.